Hi guys, welcome back to Sunday League to Champions League. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have two home games against Granada in La Liga, followed by a home game in the Champions League against FC Porto. And as you can see by our form, we've won every single game. We've been in really good form so far. We've had quite a few late goals in the games as well, noticeable in the San Sebastian game, 86th minute in that one. An 89th minute second goal against Alaves, 91st against Inter Milan, and a 94th minute winner away against Albacete. The encouraging thing is we're winning away from home as well as at home at the start of the season. After that game against Sevilla, we've not looked quite as convincing, it has to be said, but I'm hopeful that we can continue in this run of form, and we'll just have to see how we go. Inter Milan at home was a 3-1 win. It was a really big game, that one. Seeing as though obviously they had the beating of us last season in the knockout phase of the Champions League. Gonçalo Ramos with a brilliant hat-trick. He really had a fantastic game. And obviously we've got FC Porto as well. Again, we played them last season and they had the better of us there. But we have got some tough games in this Champions League running. We've got Genoa, Mönchengladbach, Arsenal, Monaco, Atletico Madrid. We've got in the Super Cup down there, I've just noticed. We've got Roma and Leicester. So, some tough games there, but I'm hopeful after that good start against Inter, if we can get a win against FC Porto in the second game in today's episode, I think where the Champions League is concerned, we should do quite well. But first things first, we've got focusing on this Granada game. Like I say, we've been outstanding. We've won every single game. The game against Albacete, we were a little bit slow off the mark. We struggled to create anything really and get into the game. But we'll just see how we get on. At home, we have looked a bit more solid, so fingers crossed we can continue that today. We've got Headling goal with Molina, Gelma, Araujo and Echeverria at the back. Caminata, Saglin Bennett, Gonzalez, Balde and De Ketelaere are our midfield five with Ramos up front. De Ketelaere as well as Ramos having a great start to the campaign. But Ramos did this last season if we remember rightly. He had a decent start to the campaign, but then Martinez came in and just took over really, and he ended up being our top goal scorer. But so far, Ramos doesn't seem to be showing any signs that he wants to slow down at the moment this season. So hopefully we can just continue in that manner. And you have no idea how nice it is to see all these straight wins as well, especially after the way we started last season. It was a really big struggle, wasn't it, until we did this formation change. Hopefully the form will continue. Here is De Ketelaere. It's a bit of a nothing pass, and Namaso into Arezzo. Now Rivas. Granada trying to play themselves out here. Here's Namaso, good interception by Echeverria. Balde, Caminata, now Araujo. All looks very congested in the middle of the pitch at the moment. We are trying to work it out wide with Saglin Bennett. Molina into Gonzalez. That's a good ball looking for Saglin Bennett. And again, it's going to be cleared. And Arezzo trying to get in behind, and Araujo very calmly dealing with that, with Caminata and Gonzalez playing it back to him. Now Echeverria into Gonzalez. Again, a poor pass. And I think Granada are really going to start to push on here. Incidentally, they beat Atletico Madrid not long ago by 3-1. So they are a tough side to play against. And there is the goal for Granada, Daniel Rivas, with the finish. It was a very well worked goal from their point of view. We gave it away too cheaply in the midfield. And not ideal, it has to be said. They certainly seem to have had the better start. We've had more possession, but clearly not doing a lot with it. And here they come again with O'Keefe into Soam. Kovac under pressure by De Ketelaere, but he finds the pass to O'Keefe. And here's Rivas again. And we need to wake up a bit here defensively. We're not looking good at the minute. And considering the run of form we've been on, you'd have to say we should be doing better than we are doing. So Slav with the delivery to the far post. We managed to get it away. We've already demanded more because we should be doing a lot better than this. There's not been a lot of chances created from either side, to be fair. Paredes into Henriquez. Now Rivas. Into Soslov. Trying to work it past Saglin Bennett. Back into Paredes. Now Soam. They're dominating everything here at the moment. Namaso couldn't get it past Balde. And we managed to pick it up. Here's Gonzalez into Balde. He has support ahead of him if he can find it. Balde trying to cut inside. That's a good ball over the top. Paredes does clear. De Ketelaere looking for Ramos, and Sanyan clears to Suslov. Here's Henriquez now. Plays it back. Kovac into the midfield. Suslov into Henriquez. They're moving the ball so well. Molina has managed to steal in and win possession though. Gonzalez into Saglimbene. Chance for the cross maybe here, and he does get it in. And there is Gonçalo Ramos. It's his 10th goal of the season already, and we have our equaliser. Again, we've not looked at our best so far, but hopefully that goal will turn the tide a little bit as the game goes on. It's only been 20 minutes, of course, so Saglimbene doing really well, cutting back onto his right foot, really good delivery toward the far post, and Gonçalo Ramos with the header, and we have that equaliser there. Really good effort, to be honest, by the boys. And as you can see, as things stand, we will go top of the league. Atletico Madrid have played their 6th game by the looks of it and lost. Oh no, that was the game against Granada. That's right, they did lose that one. Real Madrid are a later kick-off away against Villarreal. So we have to win this game really to keep the pressure on Real Madrid. They are breathing down our necks at this early stage of the campaign. Well, since the equaliser, we have actually dominated a little bit more. We've had a number of the chances. An XG in possession is all in our favour, but we've not created anything worthy of note, judging by the lack of highlights. So we'll just try and get the players to just get them a bit more motivated, try and push them on a little bit more. A couple of poor performances at the back. Echeverria and Gelmer have struggled today, but we'll see if we can gain anything going into this second half. O'Keefe with lots of space on that left-hand side. Balde couldn't win it, and here is Namaso trying to move it forward, and that's a lovely ball for Arezzo, and that is an unbelievable finish. I don't think there was any offside, but it is going to be checked. It was an unbelievable finish from the striker. Well, it has been disallowed. I think we've gotten a little bit lucky there, to be quite honest. We're going to fire the boys up a bit, because we've been so lacklustre really over the course of the game. Ramos into De Ketelaere, chance maybe here. Oh, and he's hit the post, and Balde didn't react at all, and they managed to get it away. Good effort there from De Ketelaere. It's the first thing we've really seen him get going with, but I think we're getting to a point where we are going to have to make one or two changes in this second half. We have got a potential free kick here with Saglimbene out on this left-hand side, looking to whip it in, probably toward the far post, and it goes. We don't win the header, but it's fallen for De Ketelaere. He plays it back to Saglimbene, and it's bundled in. And I hate these little alert things that keep coming up on the left bottom left corner of the screen. I do apologise for that. I can't turn it off. I don't know how to. If any of you guys know how to turn them off, that would be great, because it is seriously annoying. We've missed the goal, but obviously with the replay, it has worked in our favour. Sanyan, in the end, with the own goal, he's stolen ahead of Ramos trying to block it, and it's ended up being bundled in to the back of the net. So we are now in front, and a free kick in a similar position here from Saglimbene, and Gelmer's header. He managed to get it across goal very well, actually, but it's just over the crossbar. I think it'd have been better if he'd have tried to lay it across to see if he could play anybody else in rather than go for goal himself. We are going to have to make a couple of changes. We are struggling a little bit fitness-wise. Pedri, as you can see, is almost back from injury, which is why he's on the bench today. The Ketelaere's not had the best of games. We're going to get Verelstom, and I think we're going to get Aristide Bell on in the central midfield as well for Federico Gonzalez. I quite like Aristide Bell. He's played quite well when he's come on off the bench in recent matches. Tobias Gonzalez is going to come on that right-hand side. Molina is struggling as well, so Donovan Jordan, the 17-year-old, is going to come on at left-back. And I think, to be honest, for now, we'll just leave it at that. We have got the lead. It is going to upset the balance of the team a little bit doing this, but at the same time, we do need the fresh legs on. In terms of the actual match stats, we've ended up doing very well. And the fact that we're potentially going to win through an own goal is a bit of a hollow victory, in my opinion, but we'll take it. Araujo is struggling as well, and we can't make the change. Gonzalez here with a corner. Whips it in toward the near post. It's cleared away. And again, all this is coming up down here. Here is Gonzalez again. Into the penalty area he goes. It's a brilliant effort, and it's a very good save by Andreev. And going into the last 5 minutes, we are looking dangerous. Gonzalez with another corner. The highlight hasn't ended, so a potential opportunity to come. Whips it into the near post. Araujo wins ahead of Varels, tries to nod it back in, couldn't get enough on it, and it remains 2-1. So going into added time, we've got 4 minutes here of the additional time, and it looks like we're just going to see the game out now. And there we go. We have another win to our season already. 2-1. Not the most convincing performance. Overall match stats did flatter us a bit. With the way Granada started the game, it looked a bit of a concern. We do seem to be a bit of a slow starter though, occasionally, so it's something that we need to try and work on a little bit, I think. But I mean, Granada was sat in 5th place. If they'd have beaten us, obviously they'd have only been a point behind us. Real Madrid and Villarreal is the other game today, and like, well, as you can see, both of them have won 5 out of 5, so it's going to be a tough game for both sides. Hopefully, I mean, a draw is probably the best outcome at this early stage of the season, but at the same time, we need Real Madrid to lose games. They're going to be our closest challengers, as they have been for many seasons, probably in games. So it is something that we do need to hope for. We've only got a couple of days to go until the FC Porto game, so hopefully we can get through them rather quickly. We'll come back for that Champions League game, and fingers crossed we can continue our great start to the season, and following that brilliant victory over Inter Milan, that good start in the Champions League. Okay then, here we go for the game against FC Porto. There's no fresh injury concerns, no suspension concerns. It's a tough game this. We played them away in the Champions League last time round, and we did really struggle. And as we did against Inter Milan, we have rotated a little bit, but it did work out, so hopefully it will do so again today. We've got a very strong lineup, as you can see. We've got a headling goal with Molina, Olsen, Otto and Echeverria at the back. Araujo is that ball-winning midfielder in that holding midfield role. He did that role against Inter, and he was very solid, in fact. We've got Balde, Gonzalez, Pedri and De Ketelaere, and Lautaro Martinez is starting up front. Pedri is struggling for fitness a little bit. It's something we've got to be mindful of. We'll keep an eye on him, basically, and see how he goes. Obviously, with the way that we've been playing, we haven't missed him too much, but at the same time, we know a player of his quality, you will miss him at any point. And the extra creativity he has in his locker could certainly prove useful here. We got absolutely hammered by them last time. I think it was 4-1 last time we got beat by them when we played them away. I'm hoping we can do the damage here at home and get ourselves 2 wins out of 2. FC Porto's a strange one, isn't it? The Portuguese league isn't massively well renowned, but FC Porto, Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, they do seem to be sides that are really tough to beat away from home. Um, and I'm talking about in real life with this as well. They just always seem to be really tough teams to get by. And when you play them at home again, Man City have in real life they've had issues with them before, Porto and Lisbon in the past. So they just seem to have a knack for making things quite tough. Here's Echeverria, Killian and Renteria winning possession, and Rida managing to clear, look for Ezabt. Molina does well to get in on there. Balde into Gonzalez, looking over the top, and Balde could be in behind the fullback. Cuts it back into Molina, who's found a bit of space here, and he fires it across goal. I don't know if he whipped the cross in or whether it was a shot, but no one got onto it in the end. De Ketelaere with a delivery toward the far post, and it was Lautaro Martinez who won the header, and it's just over the crossbar. Heddle here, that's a lovely delivery looking for Pedri, and he does win it well. Now Lautaro Martinez, chance to play it into the penalty area. De Ketelaere couldn't quite get there ahead of Diogo Costa. And keeper did well to claim. Looking over the top, Otto wins the header. Pedri trying to get in on Kuna, who loses out. And it's played all the way back to Diogo Costa. Now Bio into Killian. Now Rida. Satriano. They're working the ball well here. Uedrago. Good header by Echeverria to clear, but only as far as Renteria. And now Kuna's in behind. And it's a really good block by Echeverria. But then he's brought Kuna down. He blocked the cross. It's a stupid penalty to give away from his point of view. And the referee is checking VAR, and that tends to mean it's going to be a penalty. It was a stupid challenge from Echeverria. He'd already blocked the cross, and there is the penalty. Heddle is going to be needed here. Can we avoid going behind? It's been a bit of a strange start to the game, though. Neither side really taking proper charge, but Kuna squeezes the penalty past Heddle. He did get a touch on it. It's actually his first goal of the season, apparently. But saying that, I don't know if I've got the Portuguese league loaded. I'm not entirely sure, so it might not take full effect, I suppose. Molina here into Olsen. Now Araujo. Back into Molina. Now Balde. Into Araujo. Molina. Now Balde into the penalty area. Plays it across, and there is Martinez. And I don't know who blocked it. I think it was Costa who just made the block. Here's Pedri now. And offside against Pedri. Big chance that for Lautaro Martinez. Should have done better with it. And I mean, it's quite an even game. Looking at the number of shots, I mean, we've had 5, they've had 5, both have had a shot on target. We've had the majority of possession. But going forward, we have looked poor today. Pedri's had a shocking game as well since coming back from his injury, of course. Diogo Costa with a delivery forward here. Molina does well to win it, and Martinez picks it up. But he's under pressure by 3 Porto players there. And we're really struggling to get a grip in this game. And once again, I fear FC Porto might have the better of us. Martinez into João Mario. We're going to demand more from the side in a minute. Kuna is there as Abd into Rida, Satriano, and there's Kuna, and it is 2-0. We're going to demand more. There's a hint of offside here. I'm not too hopeful. Well, the goal's been awarded. There you go. So we 2-0 down against Porto. And again, same as what happened last time. They battered us last time out. And they're coming forward again here with Kuna into Uedrago. And he's hit the crossbar there. Otto and Echeverria managed to get it away. We need to really sort this out. Balde's struggling for fitness. And yeah, this has been a very, very poor first half. And we're going to make changes. Lautaro Martinez is coming off. He's been absolutely shocking. Ramos can come on for him. We're going to bring Caminata on as well, I think, probably for Olsen, to be honest, at centre-back. And we're going to push Araujo back. Pedri's had a poor game. We'll just hold off on taking him off for now. But we really need to wake up here. We really do. So here we go into the second half. And we're looking like we're heading for our first defeat of the season. I'll go out and say it now. We've been very poor today, and Porto have completely outplayed us. And here is Kuna again on this left-hand side. Now Renteria. Moving forward. Here's Otto. Now Echeverria. Gonzalez into Caminata. Here's Gonçalo Ramos. Poor pass again. Killian into Martinez. João Mario. They dominated everything here. Uedrago into Satriano, and there it. Oh my word! We've had such a good season so far, and we are completely being torn apart here. Balde's going to come off because I mean he's been shocking as well. We're going to get Roger on for Pedri because he's been shocking as well. And De Ketelaere is going to come off because he's done nothing either. And we'll bring Aristide Bell on for him. I mean, I can't believe how badly we've played. Obviously, like I say, we've had such a good start to the season, and we've just been completely outplayed here. And yeah, we've had the majority of possession, but going forward, I mean, they've been absolutely dominant. And I've got a horrible feeling it's about to get worse. Here's Satriano, Ezab, Reader, and it's gone over the crossbar. I mean, we're going to berate the team because this is absolutely shocking football from us. I don't use berate hardly at all. I don't like using it because it's basically calling your team rubbish. And we have been rubbish today. And it's a team that we should be beating. There's no doubt about it. Yes, Porto are a good side, but with Barcelona, we should be beating all of these teams in this group stage. Diogo Costa looking for Anguissa. Caminata does well, finds Aristide Bell. Again, three players surround him. It was a heavy touch, and we're off for another Porto attack with Malesio. Switches the play. And Ezab smashing it off the post. Molina didn't even try and challenge him. And yet Molina's the best rated defender of this game. Well, clearly we're not going to do well against Porto at all in this save. A 3-0 defeat, and we have been absolutely destroyed here. It was an absolute embarrassment. We didn't even look like scoring either. I think that's what's annoyed me the most. Martinez had a single opportunity in the first half, and that was that. We couldn't do anything more, so certainly food for thought. It's our first defeat of the season, and once again, as I was saying, FC Porto are the team that's done the damage. Hopefully we can recoup our form in the league after that dreadful, dreadful game. In terms of the next episode tomorrow, let's have a look. In terms of the fixtures, we have got some tough games coming up. We've got Villarreal and Atletico Madrid in there. We won't come back for them. It's a little too soon, really. We'll get probably those 5 games done. I think we'll potentially do. In fact, yeah, we'll do all of October. We'll get it out of the way, and we'll come back for Mönchengladbach and Alcorcon. Um, Hopefully, like I say, we can just reignite our form a little bit after that performance, and we'll push on from there. So yeah, we've got Mönchengladbach and Alcorcon there, and then we'll probably get through a few fixtures ready for Real Madrid at the end of December, I think. And then obviously we'll be missing out. Well, I say we were going to be missing out January. There's a lot of fixtures to get through in January, so we'll see how we get on. But for tomorrow's episode anyway, we are looking certainly at coming back for Mönchengladbach and Alcorcon, I think. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like and subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.